무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my Squid Game world. So, judging by the last video, which kind of blew up, like a lot, I've actually decided to make another one. Last episode we made the glass stepping stones, and in today's episode I'm gonna try to, well, figure out a way to make the red light green light game. Okay, so I've been thinking, and I think the best way to check if a player is moving is actually having two armor stands randomly follow the player, and during the time, if the player is closer to one than the other, another command block goes off and checks if the player is moving, basically. So the first thing we need to do, let's summon some armor stands. So /summon armor stand at our location, and let's give it some attributes as well. So let's give it a custom name. Name this one forward, and it will have the tag no gravity as well. Like so. Summon you. Let's summon one more and change his name to backwards. So we got forward and backward. There we go. So these ones are gonna be the ones, well, following me, basically. Alright, so let's place down a command block, and let's do execute at, let's do all, run TP at E, brackets, type equals, armor stand, name equals, forward, end of bracket, and let's do our coordinates, +2 in the X direction. So what we're doing here is, this is going to be a repeating, always active command block that will basically always check where the player is. It will TP an armor stand, which has the name forward, 2 blocks in front of me at all times. So if I click done, this guy should teleport to my left. Apparently my custom name didn't work, so, well, I just named him forward. And as you can see, this guy is following me at a 2 block distance at all times. So let's do the same thing for this guy then and name him backward. Oops, spell it right as well, backward. All right, let's copy this command block and place one next to it, and just name, instead of here, we do backward and do -2. So now at all times we should have 2 armor stands just teleporting to our sides, and this is exactly what we want. So this is a good start. I made these back as impulse ones. Okay, so let's create the timer system right now. So let's do scoreboard, objectives, add, and let's call it timer, and make it a dummy. Create a new objective timer. That's perfect. Let's do /scoreboard players set. Let's make the timer around 4 seconds, maybe, which has a timer for 80 ticks, which is, well, every tick or every second is 20 ticks. So if you want to make a 10-second timer, you would do 200 instead here and name this, well, 10s. So 4 seconds is 80 ticks. So set timer for 4 seconds to 80. Perfect. Let's get a command block here. Make it repeat, always active, and do scoreboard, players, add, timer 4 seconds, timer, and 1. So every tick, it's gonna add, well, 1 tick to the timer, 4-second timer. So we should be able to see a lot of outputs coming out here when I click done. There you go. Let's link this up with another command block here. Make it chain and conditional, and we do execute if score timer 4 seconds, timer is less than or equals to 4 seconds, timer. So this one will keep track. If the counter goes up above 80, it will send an output, basically. So chain and conditional and always active. Let's place another command block in front of it, and let's do chain, conditional, always active, and do scoreboard, players, set, timer 4 seconds, timer to 0. As you can see now, it will start counting up. Once it gets to 80, it will reset. Because this one is giving out an output. As soon as it reaches 80, it checks for that. It sends an output to this command block, which sets it down to 0 again. So now we got a 4-second timer just looping all around. That is perfect. To activate these every 4 seconds now, let's create yet another command block here. And just do a simple set block command at a specific location. Let's say this block right here, which is 26, 68 minus 98. So we just do set block 26, 68 minus 98. Do a redstone block. We need to make it, of course, chain and conditional and always active. So when the requirements are met and when the timer gets reset, we should be able to see this block turn into a redstone block. Yes, absolutely perfect. Now just need another way to undo that. So let's get another command block here and do basically the same thing. So set block 26, 68 minus 98 and make it back to a gold block. Keep this as a normal one, so impulse and needs redstone. Get yourself some redstone dust, place it in a line, get a redstone repeater, and make it at least 2 tick delay. And these guys can also get some repeaters, like so. So now every 4 seconds, these guys should teleport to me wherever I stand. And as you can see, the gold block is turning back, or the redstone block is turning back into a gold one, which just loops the system. Okay, so to stop the teleporting for a while, let's just remove that piece of redstone right there. So now we gotta check which one of these we are closest to. So since we have on these guys, we have a two block difference. Let's create 2 more redstone or command blocks. Well, we could actually make one and just copy it because that's easier. Let's do execute at E brackets type equals armor stand with the name of forward, run execute if entity at A has a distance of 1.99. So it will execute if entity at all, so all players, is a distance closer than 1.99 blocks. We run a set block command for a specific location. So let's get a location right now. Let's get 1667 minus 100. 1667 minus 100. We set that as, let's do a gold block, for example. Click done. Let's copy this and place it next to it as well. And we replace this with a redstone block instead. And of course, we need to change the name to backward instead of forward. But we're still executing at the armor stand, but the other one, which is named backward then, we execute if we are closer than 1.99 blocks. We run the set block command again, but this time with a redstone block. So let's place in some more repeaters as well and connect that up. Actually, we don't need delay on this one. We need it on these guys instead. Yes, so these guys needs to be repeating but needing redstone, and the same goes for this one. So as soon as this gets powered, they should teleport. And if we're moving in this direction, as you can see, this turns into a gold block. As long as we're stood still, nothing should happen. However, if we start moving and stand still, it keeps itself as a gold block. But if we're moving and the timer goes off, this turns back into a redstone block. This is perfect. This is exactly what we want. So now let's create a blank command block and just do /kill at P. Needs redstone, impulse. Get this back to a gold block, like so. So we got the timer right here, so we can see when we need to stop. But let's start moving. Nothing should happen. As long as we stood still now, still keeps it as a gold block. But if we move, we instantly die. And as you can see, they teleport with you. So if you get into a death loop, just quickly head over here and just punch this out to deactivate the system. So for a more stable command, I would actually recommend you to change the distance to 1 on the direction you want to move. The other one could be still at 1.99, but say you're moving in this direction, you want that to be a 1 instead of a 2, or 1.99. Thank you all so much for watching this video. It was a lot of fun to make. It was really challenging, but I'm really satisfied with the way it worked out in the end. I'll of course leave the commands in the description as well, so you don't have to type them out like I did. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.